Are we doing this shit?
Yep.
We doing this shit?
Yep.
Cause we're already recording.
Welcome to the Void Runner
uh,
podcast. I'm Zacharyox.
Am I in the hood, a gamer baby?
You forgot your fucking name,
Nah,
asshole.
nigga, I know what I said. And I'm the hood, a gamer baby called Sodia.
There you go. Anyway, welcome to the Shit Post podcast. I mean, the Void Runner podcast.
I mean, you're not that far off.
Pretty much. Sort of another regular update on the podcast series. We've been kind of busy these last few weeks, but honestly, I mean, hey, you've been putting in some work on your end. I've been just trying to settle things down on my end. Shit has been busy, but hey, we're still here. We're still hanging. We're still buds.
Hell yeah.
We're still bros.
Hell yeah.
And we still got
Preach it.
some plans, but obviously we got to make sure that we settle things down before we commence Project Void Runner or the show eventually. But for now, we're doing amazing.
Oh
So
yeah, we
how
are.
are you? How you doing?
Well, I'm doing good, man. How about you?
Good.
So what's up,
Got
man?
things got awkward real quick. Anyway,
Why? It's not
I don't
awkward.
know.
I'm just normally doing stuff over here, and you're bitching over there. I mean, hey man, what's up? How's life, man?
Been pretty decent, making some moves to hopefully progress
Yeah, man.
this shit because things have been kind of slow
They
lately.
are. I hate it, man. It's like too much work, and I just want to start, man.
Mm-hmm. But in the meantime, we could just discuss shit that we come across here and there because hey, there's always some cool ass news, media,
True
video
that.
games, or whatever the fuck to discuss.
Yeah, man.
We got a few topics here and there. And we'll just sort of throw our 2 cents into the whole thing and see where we can go from there
More
afterwards.
like
But
350.
fuck. Anyway, let's start. I don't know. Actually, I'm not so sure if you've been keeping up today, but today they actually released the Deadpool 2, another Deadpool 2 trailer. Have you
You
seen
know
it?
I don't watch trailers. You do know that.
God, God damn.
Okay, for the reason I don't watch trailer guys is because I like to savor the movie. It's more like a surprise for me, and I like it because I don't know what to expect about the movie, and because I don't know what to expect about the movie, I have actually enjoyed more.
I'll be honest though, Deadpool 2 trailers do a good justice in at least not showing exactly what the plot is. I mean, really, the plot isn't important in Deadpool. Not really. You just want to see shit blow up and just see the funny shit.
True.
But it does a good job at like hiding like what the hell to expect, really. But in terms of like what to expect in the trailer that I saw today, Cable. We get to see Cable for the first time, which
Oh
is really
yeah.
cool.
I know
Uh,
that much.
mm-hmm. It was a pretty funny trailer too, because the funny thing is like in the trailer, what they do is like they show footage that hasn't been edited yet, because obviously when you talk about effects,
Yeah.
one of the things that they show is that obviously Cable's arm, the actor's arm, is green screened.
Yeah.
Basically, they just painted green, but they just show it. It's like, hold on, what the hell? Can somebody finish this in post production? Fuck it, I'll save the trailer. Hold on, and then he does like stupid ass like doll play, like he has action figures, and
Yeah.
you know how, when little kids you just like, oh, I'm Cable, like kick shit, I kick ass, and
I'm Cable, and
all of a
I'm
sudden,
Deadpool.
and here's a fucked up thing, and Deadpool makes an appearance, obviously playing himself as a toy, and he actually is wearing Woody's outfit from
What?
from Toy Story.
I know what you're saying. I'm not that dumb, but what?
The fuck? I mean, I guess they have the rights now since Disney bought it, right? So I guess they got away with it.
True.
I don't
True.
know,
True.
but
True.
anyway, like I said before, it doesn't really show much of the trailer. It's hiding sort of the best parts. and that's probably the best way to do it. It's coming out apparently on May 18th.
All right.
Now, now I'm questioning, like, I'm not entirely sure when the Avengers, the Infinity War comes out. I don't know if there's a date already, but that's pretty much the same month. You know, Deadpool
So they're gonna get
and
a lot of money.
well, yeah, but it's gonna be an interesting competition. You know, like who's gonna get the most profits out of the two movies? You know, Deadpool or freaking Infinity War.
Yeah, but you know that
Like
people are just gonna
Infinity War
watch
is
it either
supposed.
way.
Yeah. I'll watch them both. I mean, we're both gonna watch them both, hopefully.
Oh
But
yeah.
the fact is, it's like, holy shit, you're gonna. It's like instead of like one shot, one good shot, you're going for a double barreled shotgun of awesome. You know, throwing two badass movies in
Yeah,
the same
I know
freaking
what you're
month like
putting
that.
down. I know what you're putting down. Yeah, I
I
understand.
mean, let me check the exact date for Avengers: Infinity War. I mean, if it comes out the exact same day, that's gonna be weird.
Weird. You mean like totally awesome?
Yeah, but then it's like, holy shit, I have to choose between which ones I want to see.
I'll watch it.
Uh, schedule. Okay, Infinity War is scheduled to be released on May 4th. May the 4th? Oh, that's funny.
May the fourth be with you.
Yep. Uh,
Oh, fun fact,
also,
because Disney owns Marvel, they can do that.
yeah. May the Infinity War be with you, whatever. But yeah, so May 4th.
Week. Yup.
So basically, everybody's gonna be up to speed on what happens there by
Hmm.
the time Comic Con shows up on the island. So
True.
yeah, we're ready. We're fucking ready.
Hope so. Yeah.
Uh, and so okay, so May 18th, so 2 weeks. So they're 2 weeks apart. So okay, that's fine. That's fine. That way it doesn't have to be like a complete competition. That'd be fucked up if Deadpool 2 outsold Avengers.
I mean,
That would be
I
the
wouldn't be surprised. We're
funniest
talking
shit.
about an R-rated movie.
No. I mean, well, okay, okay. The way it's just that Deadpool made a lot of money because a lot of people watched it, but at the same time, it's because it had a low budget to make the film. So you get to see how much you earned.
All
You
right.
earn a lot more because you had a lower budget to work with.
Yeah.
Deadpool 2, I'm not so sure if it has the same budget or slightly higher. I assume higher because obviously, Deadpool was a success, and it's like, yeah, I'll trust you in this. I'll trust you with a little more cash to be thrown in to make this film, as amazing as possible.
Mhm. Mhm.
So far, no real information on that, but we'll get to it later. But anyway, we're just kind of discussing a little too far ahead with Marvel stuff. There is one particular Marvel movie that's coming up real quick. If I'm correct, it should
Venom.
come out. No,
Love that movie.
no, no.
Hell yeah.
Fuck you.
Hell yeah.
No.
I'm actually well, since we're on the subject of Marvel, I'm actually crazy about the Insomniac Spider-Man game. April to
Oh,
September.
right.
I don't know which date they're gonna pick. But it's like that time lapse, time frame. Sorry. Uh,
Yeah.
and I'm so totally crazy, man. Like I love symbiotes. I mean, my character has a symbiote. Like I am obsessed with symbiotes.
We're gonna have to like find how do I put this? A non-copywritten version of that particular name. You know how lightsabers like nope, you can't say lightsaber.
Okay, so a biotic
That's a
sim.
that's a Star Wars. That's a Star Wars copyright thing, a trademark. You got to name it something else.
Yeah,
Laser
laser
sword.
sword.
Yeah, that totally works. So symbiote, we have to find a new name. We got to find a new name for your symbiote.
So I could.
But anyway, we kind of skipped ahead. The fact is, in about a week, when is I'm talking about Black Panther.
A week.
Black Panther.
A
Yep,
week. Yeah, on the 15th.
the 15th, right after. Why? What comes out on a Tuesday? The hell.
It comes out on. Wait, what? No, it doesn't come out on Tuesday. It comes out on Thursday. 'Cause it comes out on Thursday. 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 It comes out
I mean, let me check the date because February 16th, Wednesday. It comes out on a Wednesday.
The 15th is a Thursday.
Oh wait, whoops.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's my fault. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong calendar here. Yeah. It comes out literally next week on a Friday, and I'm excited to actually see this movie. So far, apparently, it's getting a lot of good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes again.
Really?
Yeah, like
How good?
apparently it hit 100%.
Oh my
Apparently,
god.
which again, I don't know. I don't know. Rotten Tomatoes is sort of an interesting website for that, but at the same time, it's like you got to be careful because sometimes there's been some speculation whether like some of the reviewers in there are biased. Like they go a little like, oh, we love Marvel but we hate DC, or the other way around.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I don't know. There's always some stupid ass discussion. There are people who hate Rotten Tomatoes nowadays, and I can understand why. But
Yeah, I understand too, but you can't just hate Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, don't look at the critics. Just look at the customers.
yeah, the user score kind of helps. But here's the thing: the fucked up thing is that there was apparently like a Facebook group that, like, I don't know if they were DC fanboys or Marvel fanboys or something like that,
Mm.
or I think what it was Star Wars fans who hate Disney so much that they actually like made a Facebook group to basically mark the Black Panther movie as low a rating as possible in the user score.
Stupid.
Like they bombed the hell out of the site and just gave it like negative reviews
Dude,
just before even the movie came out.
it's stupid.
It's stupid. It just depends on who you're talking about. But
I
then
don't
again, at the end of the
understand.
day,
I
like,
really don't
it's
understand
fine.
the concept between, oh, I'm DC, oh, I'm Marvel. Don't be a fucking fucktard and
I mean,
enjoy
I get
both
it
of
when
them.
you're younger. I mean, I get it when you're younger, you like to like take sides. Because taking sides is kind of fun to a
Yeah,
degree, but at the
but
same time,
either
though,
way,
you don't have to be an asshole about it.
exactly.
Both sides are
For
good,
example,
and
dude,
yeah.
you know me. Spider-Man is my boy,
Hmm.
and on DC, Flash is my boy,
Right.
right? I don't have a favorite.
Uh, yeah. I'm probably the same tune with Spider-Man. To be honest, it's probably the one that in truth, it's pretty much the only hero that a lot of people relate to because he's the down to earth
I
character.
grew up
Most of
with
the
him.
time.
I like him. I've started with the comics with him. Same
Yeah.
as same as Flash. Not because of the color red. I don't really identify with the color red. I mean, look at my character. But either way, I
I
like
mean,
who
I
Peter
mean,
is.
you like super speed. You're a fan of super speed
I
Power
am.
Rangers.
I really like the Speed Force, and I like Flash. I like his development. I like him, and I still like him when he was starting out, and I liked him when Peter was starting out. He was just some average guy, and be like, "Hey, look, Spider. Hey, look, I got Ben. Hey, look, Spider powers. Hey, look, Uncle Ben died. With great power comes great responsibility,
That's the
and
cheesiest
don't
line
forget
ever.
about the
Yet
bitches."
don't
I
forget
mean,
about the bitches. Those were his last words, people. Those were Ben Parker's last few
Peter,
words. Don't
Peter.
don't forget the bitches.
With
Oh.
great power comes great responsibility. I know, Uncle Ben. And don't forget about the bitches. I'm Uncle Ben?
Stupid joke incoming. Like, with great power comes great responsibility. Here's a condom.
Oh,
Use that power
oh,
wisely.
Uncle Ben? Uncle Ben?
Sorry. It's a terrible joke. I'm sorry. Uh, let's back it up. We're
Oh my
backing
god.
up because right now, I know you, Spider-Man. All right. We're looking forward to a game coming out in April, and Black Panther coming out next week. In terms of that, uh, this isn't technically related to Marvel, but since they're part of the same family fucking tree, aka Disney, they did the Solo trailer. They actually did the Han Solo trailer.
I haven't seen it. My girlfriend actually talked to me about it.
It's 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 all right.
I mean,
It's all
all
right.
I care about is Lando motherfucking Carlisian.
Actually, he looks kind of badass in this
I
film.
know
He's
it's
playing
Childish Gambino, uh, Donald
Charlie Gambino.
Glover. I mean,
Yeah.
right,
That's the
right.
guy. That's Donald Glover. But he looks pretty fucking cool. He's definitely a good embodiment of like what would he look like if he was younger.
I mean, I've only seen the pictures. Like I said, I don't watch the trailers because I don't like getting spoiled on. It depends on game trailers. On game trailers, you can show me a demo. I wouldn't mind, but don't
Mm,
freaking show me stuff about a game or like show me stuff about a movie because it kind of pisses me off because I like going in blind in that stuff,
mm,
but
right.
I don't like getting fucked on with with everything.
Also, Woody Harrelson's is in the movie too.
Lies,
I'm not kidding.
where and why?
I'm not gonna say anything because obviously you're in the
Chewbacca,
nest. Huh?
Chewbacca.
No, he's not playing Chewbacca. He's his own character.
Okay, wait, wait, wait. If I remember correctly,
He doesn't play anybody else. He's a new character.
I know a picture. I've seen a picture about it.
Also, Miss Khaleesi, Emilia Clarke is in there.
Mm, mm,
Daenerys Targaryen's in the film.
mm.
God damn.
I'm sorry.
Waifu. I want her as my waifu. But anyway, yeah, they're in there. There's another droid character in the mix. They're always gonna bring a new droid, an awesome droid character
It's
into
kind
the
of
mix
stupid
and all
because
this shit.
they bring out new droids and it's like, hey, you weren't even in the original movies.
I'm sure he's gonna die because if you don't see him
Exactly.
anywhere else, it's because he's dead somewhere. Uh, and obviously,
Oh,
the
and
Millennium.
I'm gonna call it. This is the movie where he does the kennel run.
I assume so too. You
I'm
can't
gonna
do a
call it
movie of Han Solo without doing that. To be honest, I mean, unless it was already adapted in like in comics or something
or
like that, I
animated.
have no idea. But or graphic novels, but I mean, hey, if they do it in the movie, that's perfectly fine by me.
I mean, if he does the kennel run, I'm watching the shit out of that.
Also, the obviously the show the Millennium Falcon. Now, the funny thing is, we've always sort of seen the Millennium Falcon as this like awesome ship, but it's like a piece of junk. It has that junker design. Like it's been through hell. It's that kind of
Oh,
ship that
now I
looks like it's been.
remember where I was gonna say Woody Harrelson. He's the guy from Zombieland, right? Zombieland, I
Yeah,
think. Aye,
he's
aye.
Tennessee. He's
And
Tennessee.
he's from Hunger Games. Okay, okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Why do you not know who Woody
I
Harrelson is, man?
forgot. It's not like I know their names. It's like, oh yeah, I
Uh,
like that guy. I like how he looks. I like how he acts. It's not like I looked them up. It's more like I just see them as characters in the movie, as who they portray. It's not like I see the actor,
yeah.
except
Uh,
Nicolas Cage.
but anyway, and obviously the Falcon makes an appearance in this movie. But like I said, in most series, you'd see it as like a battered ship. It looks like it's been through all kinds of hell,
Yeah, and
used
this
up.
one is really new.
Yep,
I
brand
imagine.
spanking fucking new, super shiny.
Alright.
That's gonna be interesting to see. Like, what is a cleaned up Millennium Falcon? What does a cleaned up Millennium Falcon look like?
It's gonna be fun.
Apologize.
It's okay.
Anyway, what other trailers? I don't think there's anything really else that sort of stands out. Let's move into games. Fuck it, I think we're done with movies. Let's move into games.
Gaming.
Gaming section.
Alright,
Anyway,
what's up?
this is just a quick one because I just saw it today. There was a trailer for the Injustice 2 game.
Yeah. You mean Ninja Turtles?
Yeah,
I
that
imagine.
trailer is badass. I love the turtles, man.
Haven't seen the trailer. I should.
Like, my God, NetherRealm, you are the king of making uh guest characters play amazingly or look awesome. Now I'm not entirely sure how their mechanic works.
All right.
Like I'm not so sure because it's obviously supposed to be like the Ninja Turtles, all four. Now I'm not so sure if uh because again I don't have Injustice 2. Do you have
Okay.
Injustice 2?
No.
And it's just that I know like it takes the gameplay is like it takes a lot of inspiration from Mortal Kombat X because obviously they're both
All right.
made
Yes.
in similar engines and stuff. But I'm not so sure whether it's possible for the Ninja Turtles like if you literally play all four and all you have to do is like tag between the turtles every now and again to switch, but they all share the same health bar.
I mean, if they share different health bars, that could be kind of broken.
No, not share a different health bar. All of them share the same health bar.
Okay. Okay.
But the difference is that they you tag in characters.
Yeah, you do the combo, and
I
Michelangelo
mean, it could.
appears from nowhere. You finish a combo with Raphael, you start another combo with Leonardo, stuff like
I
that.
mean, it could be that, but at the same time, I'm thinking like maybe it's just a thing where you choose what character you want to play from the menu, and you stick with that character only, and then the other
I understand.
characters are just tag or assists
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you. I get you.
So I'm not entirely sure. I have to see if anyone else playing the game can show. I might see a stream if it's available. I'm not so sure if it releases today. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see some of that action like somewhere on Twitch or whatever.
All right. So my turn.
Yeah, yeah. What games or things or news have you
Okay.
been looking
Let
forward
me
to?
fix my motherfucking headphone. Let me pull up my pants and let me give you some straight up shit. All
Why do you
right.
need to pull up your
Games.
pants?
Gotta fix myself. Huh? I like to look tight. Man, fuck you. Anyways, mira. Okay. Games that have come out that are 10, 9s, and 8s in my book. Okay, let's start. We can start with Dissidia. Really
Oh,
fun
all right.
game.
It came out already.
Yeah,
Nice.
it already came
I
out.
think there is. I think I didn't see the IGN review, but there is an IGN review available. I had to check that later.
All right. Game characters have a weight to it.
What?
Characters have like some kind of weight to them.
Have you played
Makes
the game?
Yeah, I own the game actually. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay, cool.
This is why I'm my I love Final Fantasy. I grew up with it. But here's the thing. The
Hmm.
game is not bad. It's unusual
But mm,
and it's kind of hard to follow, you know? Other than that, because it's hard to follow and the characters have like some kind of weight, you know that in some games characters feel floaty, right?
mm.
In this one, the weight is too much. They look kind of slow when they're moving. It's not
It
like
depends on the character. It
it,
depends on the character, right?
kinda. We're talking about Kefka. Kefka, for example, he jumps, he skips, right? So I would assume he's fast. Let's take Sephiroth, for example. He's a trained super soldier, right?
Is he
For some
slow or is
odd,
he fast?
he's slow. In some odd reason, I feel him slow. Take
I mean,
a
it kind of make. I mean, I think it would make sense because he's got a wicked range. Like, dude, his sword. Like, no
he has
offense,
dash
Cloud.
attacks,
You
but
got a
it's
big
not
ass
that.
sword, but you got a big ass sword, Cloud. But you can't beat length. You cannot beat Sephiroth's length.
Girth
That's
between
what she
length.
said.
Okay,
Anyway,
never mind. Anyways, alright. So uh, I would give the game like a 6.5, maybe a 7,
right out of the gate, Jesus.
right out of the gate. I'm not
I
happy with
mean,
it.
have you played with every character or
Yes,
just a
sir.
few that you like?
Yes, sir. I played with each of them
Once,
once. The most I
dude, you
like
gotta give.
it's no,
Now,
I
here's the
played a
thing.
lot of games with
Uh,
Kane, Cloud, Titus, Zidane, Leon, I'm actually Warrior of Light. I played with Chantoto.
You don't need to tell me every character. I don't know all of them,
No, no,
but
don't
I
worry,
get the
don't worry.
point.
Kane
Get
feels
to the.
nice,
Mhm,
right? Let me just put that out there. Kane
mhm.
feels nice. He's a dragoon, right? So basically, dragoons jump and fall, and they just dive, right? With Kane, I don't mind the speed. Hear me out. I don't mind the speed because when the bar fills out, his limit break, or whatever you want to call it, overdrive, uh, whatever. Well, he has this jump, right? And it's three levels: close, medium, and uh, really far, right? And he feels okay, actually. He feels great because it's like, oh, I need a closer. I just jump and I reach. But
So
when I'm
you're
playing with
so.
other characters,
Mhm.
it feels kind of heavy. If you don't dash, it feels heavy. I mean, I know you can't just walk around, right? You're just gonna get hit. But there is too much going on. The other games, the Dissidia and Dissidia Duodecim games, they were really good. You could customize your character. You could put um, equipment, materia, stuff like that, you know? And it was great. It's what they actually cemented as the Dissidia game.
Mhm.
I know this is an arcade port, right? Maybe in
Yeah.
Japan it's really big, but here I don't feel like it's working. I love the game, right? I really like it.
I mean you're supposed to expect like if it's the arcade game brought to you via console, then it should be exact same game more or less. I
But
mean,
why does
I
it
don't
feel
know.
so
Like, is this
shitty?
that is this coming from playing the obviously the previous games?
Yeah,
You're saying like this one's slower paced. It's the characters are have a little weight to them.
the
It's not as
characters
fast
are
as
all
you're
around.
used to.
It's
Or
three versus three, not like before that is one versus one,
I
right?
mean, I can probably see why they're gonna do with three. I mean, the speed because keeping up with three characters at once is gonna be rough.
It is.
So I'm guessing the added weight, the thing that you're saying is like it's just meant to make sure it doesn't get too out of hand because things could get too crazy, with the summons and all that shit.
Yeah, but the
I mean,
summons are beautiful actually.
mhm.
They actually make their presence known, and I love it.
Yeah, I've seen the gameplay. It's ridiculous.
All right, but enough about the
Like
city.
I'm here, bitches. What's up?
Let's talk
Anyway,
about the real fighting game. Budokai
what?
Tenkaichi. I'm kidding. Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
You skipped around the bush with Final Fantasy. God
Yeah,
damn it!
I don't care
Just
about Final
let me just
Fantasy.
end it. Let's just end it properly. Just give it up. So
Alright,
you're
alright.
saying it's decent currently. You feel it's a little slow, but it's an okay game.
It's a nice game. It,
All right.
it's a must-have for the collection, story-wise. Gameplay could be better.
I'm not so sure about the story. You already beaten the story?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, dude! You just
dude.
bought it on day one.
Yeah.
You bought it on day one. Went day one or first hour download. It just
No, actually, I pre-downloaded.
okay. So, but would you still recommend it to fans of Dissidia or
Yeah,
other
I would.
fantasy games?
I actually would. I mean, I got my pros, I got my cons. But
All right.
remember, they are my pros and my cons. My experience will differ from your experience.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying, hey, I don't like this game. Like, just before now, I was at work and I was actually recommending, hey, you should play Shadow of the Colossus. Yes, I'm going to talk about that later on. You should play Shadow of
Hmm.
the Colossus. But my friend was like, I've heard about it and I think it's a shitty game. I'm like, have you played it? No. I mean,
Motherfucker.
why is your opinion like that? Because I don't like how it looks. First of all, give it a try. If you like Monster Hunter, it has, y- yeah, it's like,
That's
that's
an
what I
interesting
said.
comparison,
That's what I
actually.
told him. If you like Monster Hunter, it's not gonna have bosses. I mean mini bosses or like minions. You just
Okay,
have
okay,
boss monsters.
okay. Rule number one: Colossi pale like they are monstrosities compared to
They're
most of the monsters
skyscrapers.
you see in Monster Hunter to a degree, due to the size. Number two, you're not a badass motherfucker. You're not a hunter, technically. You're not in
Yeah,
that sense. You're not a
you're just a
badass.
lover.
You are just a
A lover.
boyfriend wanting to revive your dead girlfriend and will do anything and everything to do it
Yep.
with the best climbing ability,
In
or at least
all
the most.
of history of gaming.
Nah, I'm not gonna say that. It's
That no no
purposefully
no no no. That nigga
clunky.
can climb. That
It's fine.
man is like, I'm gonna get me some pussy, and he's gonna climb and climb, and oh boy, is he gonna climb.
He's gonna hang on to you tight, man. But then again, like I don't know, like there's been a lot of re-releases of that game.
Okay, I'll
I've
be
played the
honest.
PS3. I've played the PS3 version, and they of course released this one. What's the difference?
All right,
Like,
I'll be honest. I own all the copies.
god damn it, dude.
I I'm a real fan. Everything started with my neighbor, right? I actually
Ah,
go to his house and he's like, "Hey, I got this new game." I'm like, "Looks like a shitty ass game." He said, "All right, here's the controller." I mean, I'm like skeptical. I mean, okay, well,
wait,
let's see.
you played Shadow first or Eco or
Shadow,
Ico?
Shadow.
Okay, okay.
I'm like, it looks like a crappy ass motherfucking game. I took the controller. He says, "I'm not gonna tell you how to play.
Just go for it.
Just go for it." So, start the game. Has me in the controller. Look at the story, and he's like, "All right, do whatever." So I start pressing buttons. I see the sword. I see the light. I'm
I
actually
see.
summarizing it because this actually took me like 30 minutes, maybe an hour to know how to play.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it was because he didn't even tell me anything. And that game doesn't tell you, hey, you should go over here and press X. Because, hey, I know you're not dumb, but I'm going to tell you how to freaking play. Just
Wait a
because it
minute.
doesn't.
I'm not so sure if it's different on the PS2 version, but the PS3 gave me like decent instructions.
It does gives you instructions. I'm just exaggerating,
Okay.
right? But other than
Let's
that,
just let's just skip
after the
ahead to
first,
30 minutes.
all
Just
right,
skip ahead to 30 minutes.
I
Tell
go
me
to the place.
at what point did your mind just blow away with the game?
I killed the first colossi. I was like, this is kind of fun. I go to the third motherfucker, the one with the sword.
Oh boy. That's actually my favorite actually.
That is actually one of my favorites. I like the Seaver too. I like the last one. I'm not gonna spoil it for those who haven't played it. And I like the one in the Colosseum. That is all I'm gonna say. If people want to look
Oh,
it
the
up,
Coliseum one.
hear
Fuck
me
that.
out. There's two guys. There's one in what I like to call the church. There's one that's in the valley. I'll be honest, I like all the Colossi. I like the flying one. I like the sand one. I like everything.
I can tell you which ones I hate the most. Easy.
I hate the flying one. I actually do. He's nice, great aesthetics.
Difficult ass gameplay. Like, my
Yes.
God, you have no idea how many tries I had to do to beat this
Not gonna lie,
motherfucker.
I actually beat the time trials, and the reason I beat them is because I wanted to beat my neighbor and be like, "Hey, look, I'm better than you." Not really. Like I never thought about stuff like that.
Uh huh.
It was more like, "Hey, I want to be faster than you." And in some classes, I could do it, some not, because I mean he owned the game for far longer than I had, so I only had it for like 2 or 3 days, and then he just forgot about it, and I have it with me, like as a memento of my friendship with him.
Hmm. That or evidence to prove that you stole the game
Fuck yeah.
right
I
now.
mean, I mean, but
Word
other
to the
than that, I
fair
own the
warning, he did
game.
not steal. This was a complete
True,
accident.
true. Other than that, I've owned it on PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PS Vita, and now I got it on the PlayStation 4. And on the PlayStation 4, the story, the way it's being told, the way they speak,
Different
everything is different. It feels like a
ga-
completely new game.
gameplay.
Gameplay wise, I'm playing with the modern controllers because if I play with the classic, I think I would find it easy. So I don't want that. I want a new experience, right? So I'm playing with the new modern controller,
Uh,
and I'm lost because it feels like a completely new game, and I know it.
all right, but what about like system mechanics?
System
Like,
mechanics, they have made the game a whole lot better.
like is it like less
There's weight.
frustrating, more
No, 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 no,
frustrating?
no,
Okay.
no. I'm playing on normal, but right now I'm gonna quit that, and I'm gonna play it on hard. Cause Mama didn't raise no bitch. Or like when I tell my friends I ain't no bitch.
All right.
All right. Anyways, the game beautiful. I love it. It's nostalgic. I know they're gonna play Eco or Ico, whatever you want to call it,
Hmm.
right? But
I never got into Ico, to be
dude,
honest. I don't know. I tried.
dude,
Either I get
it's
lost in the game or I have no idea what to do.
okay. When we start doing a playthrough, I'll take
Yeah.
control of the character, but you tell me what to do. That way, we can do. I'm gonna tell you that
Uh,
Eco, you're gonna have to pay attention because the story. If they make a remake of that game, I'm buying it because I
yeah.
really love the way that they tell the story. And right now, the new
There's
Shadow of the
there's room.
Colossus,
Uh,
the
wait.
way
There's a
they're
new
telling it.
Colossus.
No, no, no. There's actually something new. I know there's coins. I found a coin that
Oh,
wasn't there
resource.
before.
Okay.
No, 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 that wasn't there before.
All right.
There is lizards and fruit, right?
The lizards are already from the previous game. You
Yeah,
use
and
that
the
to
fruit.
basically you eat those to boost your gripping thing. If I remember correctly, I think it's a way to increase your
I know what you
grip
mean. Yeah, I know
gauge.
what you mean. But here's the thing. There's coins. And people, I know people online in the community are trying to find what the hell are those coins for.
I'm guessing they're a collectible. You know, makes
Well,
sense if it's just a
there is
collectible.
not a trophy tied in with it.
Hmm. It's a secret one.
It,
I mean, hey, it could
I
be a
mean,
secret
it's not.
trophy.
Yeah, but it needs to be listed. Some people data mined it, and it's not listed.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
All
I'm
right.
really intrigued. Okay, so Shadow of the Colossus. Uh, I haven't even finished it. I feel nostalgic, and right now it's a 10 out of 10. I wouldn't
In
say
other
a
words,
must buy,
people. In other
but
words, people. If you got a PS4, do
get
yourself a fucking favor.
get that
Buy
shit.
this game. Do it.
Alright, moving on. Let's talk about Monster Hunter.
All right. Then afterward, I'm going to talk about my particular favorite game.
All right, Monster Hunter is the best multiplayer game right now.
I've seen tons of people stream this shit. It is
It
cool.
is glorious. Right now, I'm a glaive main, which is
Uh,
basically a dragoon, right? And I've learned the trick. I learned it a long time ago, but I'm just putting it out there so you understand. There's a trick with a glaive that if you keep attacking in a certain way, just keep mashing the zero,
mhm.
right? You stay in the air only if you hit the monster, right? If you make contact with the monster, you stay in the air. You keep gliding black. I say gliding, but it's mostly um with the glaive hitting the monster back and forth until you run out of stamina,
Mhm.
right? The game is really good. The story is unique. I mean, it's like before, hey, elder dragon, blah blah blah, kill those monsters, blah blah blah. But it's gripping, and this time it has voice acting, so it's even
Also,
better.
the thing that's kind of impressing me is the environmental. Like you can interact with the environment to a degree. Like one particular scene. I'm not so sure if it's just uh not a cutscene, but like just in a thing that you can just trigger. And it was like a particular fight with the Rathalos. If you're near like a waterfall,
Yeah, done it.
and if you like knock it to some pile of
No,
wood
you don't
blocking
knock
the.
it. Either you make it explode with your bombs, I haven't tried it with the greatsword or the switch axe,
Uh,
charge blade, sorry, and the switch axe, sorry. But I haven't tried it to blow it up. I know with the Rathalos or the right, he just powers up, fires the fireball, and he hits you with it. I
uh,
mean, not hit you with it, right? Because you're supposed to dodge it. So it hits the dam, and slowly you can
mm,
see the little tiny leak coming out, and be like, oh shit, it's gonna go up, and the dam opens up and starts hitting the Rathalos or the Rathian, and if you're not fighting against the current, you're gonna be dragged away.
yeah, I've
The
seen it happen. I've
the
seen it happen. Like,
game, the way everything reacts around the character or the monsters, it's really unique and it's really cool. The only thing that got me a little bit like on the sour mood would be the oh my god, wow, that's my train of thought. I just looked to my left, to my monitor,
oh
and
shit! There goes the train.
no, not that I looked to my left and I saw something about Paragon. I don't know if you're familiar with the game. It's MOBA, and
No, I'm sorry.
right, so
I'm
it's
not. I'm
closing
not.
on
I'm not a
April.
MOBA dude. I'm really not a MOBA dude.
I am a MOBA dude. I like that. I play League. I play Dota. I play Heroes of New Earth. I used to play.
There's like one game I'd like to try out is Smite.
Try it. I love it,
Yeah.
dude. I play a lot of MOBAs. You know me. I got that ADD when I'm playing video games. It's like, hey, I want to play this. Hey, I want to play this. Hey, I want to play this. I want to play this. I want to play this. I want to play that. Hey, look, this looks interesting. I want this. I want that,
Yeah.
and I love it.
Oh yeah. So like, actually, it's sort of off track, but what I know the Monster Hunter what console is it out on actually? I
Only
know
on PlayStation 4 and
really
PC.
only on PS4.
Yeah,
Only on PS4. I thought Nintendo had this thing,
they used to. They
but
do have. Uh, I forgot the Monster Hunter for the Switch. They have one for the Switch, but
yeah.
it's only. I'm just kidding, right? It's actually for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Microsoft Windows, right? I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just like I don't exactly know what kind of release did it do,
All
but
right.
I know it's coming out on PC. It hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, I'm just making fun of you. I mean, because
Uh
the I know more people are playing it on PlayStation 4. Because all of the people that I know of, including me, are waiting for the PC version.
mm.
I'm waiting for the PC version because hey, it's gonna look wonderful. It's
If you
gonna
got
be
a
wonderful.
badass computer.
Don't rub it in.
Yeah.
All right. So bottom line, Monster Hunter, it's a 10 out of 10 in my book. Uh, I would give it like 9.7 because it doesn't really explain how to
Oh,
use.
for fuck's sake!
Hear me out.
Don't
Hear me out.
don't do it! Don't fucking do it!
It doesn't.
Don't do point shit.
All
Just
right. Just hear me out.
stick
Just
to a
hear me out.
solid number.
I'm gonna give it a 9.7 because of the multiplayer.
Solid number.
No, hear me
No
out. Just
decimals.
hear me out.
No fucking decimals.
Okay, the reason I am giving that number is because it doesn't really explain how to do multiplayer correctly.
Don't you have to play single player to then play multiplayer? I've heard that.
You get to a certain point until you get the SOS signal, but here's the thing. If you're not in the same lobby, you can't really play with your friends. You gotta invite them
Ah.
and stuff like that. I did not know that. It's not like I bought the game and they're not making games with the booklet anymore. They're doing the games. Hey, we got the booklet on the page of the thing. Just overview the hell out of this thing and watch it. Don't do that. I mean,
Mm.
I know that saving up money and you want to be cost efficient, but I used to collect the games because of the booklet.
Mm.
For example, the Switch games don't have a damn booklet. Nintendo used to rule on the freaking booklets.
Yeah, but don't argue with them because right now it's Nintendo's best selling. Like it beat the Wii U in
Yeah, they're gonna do the
sales.
Nintendo Lab. Man, fuck those guys.
No, 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 fuck that. I'm talking about like the Switch outsold the Wii U in a year.
Oh hell yeah, I know about that. I want
That's
one.
fucking funny to me because the Wii U sold like crap. It didn't do shit as a Wii U.
Alright, what else can we
I know what we can talk about now. My particular favorite game of all
let me
time, the
check.
one.
Let me check. I'm checking if
Fuck
there is
you! It's
something on
my
my
turn
list.
now. You went 2 games in a fucking row here. My fucking turn.
Go for it.
Let's play. We're going to be talking about a particular game that, according to the game, you've been away for about 5 months.
I hate you.
We're talking about Guild Wars 2. Fucker. Uh, recently, I mean, you're going to love this particular news because there was a one point where, like, I decided to switch servers at one point
I know
because I
you
want to
left me
play with.
alone.
No, dude, it's because I like to play with like friends that were more there over there. I had more friends in that
Left
particular
me
server than anywhere else,
alone.
so whatever.
You left me
Now, recently they of course did like a balance update, a balance patch, uh, and obviously it was just a means to like balance out the classes to make sure that they're not broken.
alone.
By the way, sorry about your necromancer; it got a little nerfed.
I know. I imagine.
You didn't know that, motherfucker.
I read
Uh,
the notes.
it was just a slight nerf, but anyway, they restructured an entire class, which is pretty cool. The mesmer. It just plays a lot differently now than it does before, to a degree.
All
But
right.
anyway, that's not what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to talk about something that's coming up soon.
Which is?
It's something called world restructuring. It
Oh,
has to
that's
do.
the thing you talked to me about.
It's about world versus world, where apparently that's honestly that is probably your favorite game type. Like the last time you play, you say, "Yo, let's just go there, find a bunch of these people and just murder them."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you like you like your war style combat, which Guild Wars 2 does a pretty good job. But it's just right now at a pretty sad state because server balances and all that's kind of bullshit now. What they're doing right now is that they're gonna eventually introduce a new system that basically eliminates the concept of worlds in general,
All right.
servers essentially. And the only way now that you'd participate, with others is either through, sticking with your guild mates, sticking with friends, or basically just stick with people who share the exact same amount of hours that you've played, the game type with. Like if you've played for 6 hours and you're going to be playing with somebody else that's also played for 6 hours, it basically just generates the world so that people then get fit in. It's like a matchmaking system.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a server based system anymore. It's just going to be generated, live. So that means we can play world versus world together. All we need to do is just stick to a guild.
Don't play with my feelings.
I'm not playing with your feelings.
I
It
can
is.
be with me friend again.
Yep.
Okay.
We can be to go. All we have to do is either make a guild of our own for world versus world, or just find a bigger guild to join in together.
Don't play with me feelings.
I'm not playing with your feelings.
Okay.
Now, this whole thing is just a means of balancing the game because right now, since there's always going to be this there's always this one big ass server that just beats everybody else because they have like the most amazing 24-hour group of players in that server alone. And now they're gonna get butchered to hell, and now it's all about the guilds. They finally did it. They turned Guild Wars. They added Guild Wars to Guild Wars 2, which I am so wholly excited about. I'm really anxious to see what they can come up with. And also, they're gonna finally do sort of sort of a little addition to the competitive nature of the game where they're
PvP,
not where it's going to be divided into seasons.
PvP.
No, not PvP. The World versus no, that's already a thing. Like actually, these days, there's already a season going on, like season 10 in
Mhm,
PvP.
mhm.
What I'm saying is like they're gonna add seasons to that particular game type in World versus World, and it's divided into 8 weeks. And obviously, after the 8 weeks, we determine who's the season winner. Who's the winner of the season and shit.
Mhm.
And finally, there's a concept that they're going to introduce an alliance system, which is basically like a guild for guilds. Like they can unite guilds together to work together. In other words, bigger numbers, motherfucker. Bigger
I am
fucking
this
numbers.
close to actually buying Guild Wars Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire.
For only $50. Order now.
In theaters now.
Not in theaters, motherfucker. Not
Alright.
and sort of a kind of a minor update because honestly like there's just so many details to talk about with the World vs. World, but honestly it'd be too long for the podcast. But one thing I've been trying to do recently at there right now is just like stream Guild Wars 2 with my current computer.
Mhm.
So far it's working, surprisingly. I was expecting it was just going to be complete total shit.
In theaters
Surprisingly,
now.
surprisingly I can reach 720, which is actually fine. That's actually perfect to start with,
Mhm.
720p. I'm just now looking in to see like if there's any stutter or if there's anything I have to do to improve on it, and obviously then make the later additions of like see if I can integrate webcam or something else a microphone. But
I
other than
understand.
that, on the Guild Wars side of things are looking good. All right, we're done with Guild Wars, the game that you love slash hate because I don't know, you're in
I
a
don't
weird
know.
spot with it. I
Yeah.
refuse to play Final Fantasy 14. That's why you're mad at me.
Fuck you.
You bastard.
You. Fuck you.
uh, I mean, dude, I gave it a shot. I'm sorry. I'm just not used to the gameplay. It's just not as fluid. I don't know. It's just weird to
You
me.
like button smashing, that's all.
I mean, you don't really need to button mash in Guild Wars 2. I mean, not really.
I mean, I
I
do.
just, I just, I just think Guild Wars 2 combat's just great. It's really great.
Faggot.
One of the best. I mean, I have to check Blade and Soul though. I've heard Blade and Soul is really good with the combat,
Mhm.
and I think if I'm correct, like the other game, Black Desert.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know, I'm a little iffy with Black Desert. I've heard some shit about like, oh my god, it's free to play model sucks or something like that. It's like it's pay to win or whatever. That scares me when you say a free to play MMO is like, oh no, but it's pay to win. Shit. Shit. Uh, you bastard. Uh, Also, I mean, this is sort of an old news kind of thing, but
Hit me.
World of Warcraft is doing a thing where they're gonna, there obviously there's a new expansion on the way.
Of course.
I don't play World of Warcraft, but I am interested. I always do get interested in what the hell's happening in that game. Uh,
You should play it. It's actually a really nice game. I would actually say that I play World of Warcraft a little bit more than, well, I used to. Guild Wars.
yeah, but the thing is, can you afford $15 a month now? Wait a minute, you play 14 and fucking Warcraft? You got to choose between the two, do you?
I do.
Huh.
So I stopped playing both of them because I couldn't.
If I can't have any of you, fuck them both.
Ley de vida.
uh, and also they're doing the whole classic thing. You've heard of that one, right?
No. You mean like
They're
Legacy?
introduced. Oh, they're introducing. Blizzard is introducing a official version of WoW Classic. In other words,
Vanilla.
like
Yeah. I know
now
about
the
that.
thing is though, there's a bit of a discussion between the communities. Is like, okay, there is obviously a lot of people a fair amount of people who want to play Classic WoW.
Of course.
I
I would be
mean,
one of them.
there's been a controversy of because there was like these servers that people just
I
make
used to
out of
play one of
nowhere.
them. Yes, I used to play. You know the
And
one Jontron used to play with? I used to play in that one.
is it Nostarius? Was it? That's the popular one that got shut down by Blizzard. It's like, nope, sorry, that's illegal. I'm sorry, you can't do that. Nope, bye bye. Uh,
Why?
fuck you. But anyway, and obviously it's the classic experience, like not untouched, like pure Warcraft, pure when it came out.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing, like then there's this debate on whether or not it's like, wait a minute, I want classic, but can you remove all the bugs that were available in one? I was like, wait a minute, you want classic, but you want it cleaned up,
Nah,
motherfucker.
nigga.
Like, okay, you want the pure, unadulterated, original experience,
With all the
or
bugs and available in 4K.
with all the bugs, with all the inconvenient shit, without the quality of life stuff that they've kept adding over the years. Without all that, would you accept the game?
Do you accept the terms and condition?
Here's your signature with blood. No. But yeah, like I don't know, like this is an interesting discussion, is because there's always going to be the bad within the good, because Vanilla Classic, I've heard, it was great at the time, but at the same time it had its bullshit moments. And I'm just wondering whether like the community is like either, like, do you want it pure? Like you want it pure, or do you want it like, cleaned up? And then comes the controversy of like, well, it's not classic if it's cleaned up. It's technically not classic if you do all that, if you
True
remove the
that.
bugs and whatever. But I'm not so sure. They're saying that, but there's not much discussion afterwards. It's just there's no release date or anything. They announced it, but there's no like real idea as to exactly what they're gonna do, because there's this ridiculous discussion overall. But yeah, anyway, that's all there is to it when it comes to WoW. Like I like WoW. I'm a fan of the story, but it's not a game I play because I'm just not used to the gameplay. It's too slow for me. Or maybe I'm doing it wrong, because I don't know. Maybe World of Warcraft can play at a very action paced, but I just don't know how to do it. Or maybe it's because since uh early level sucks. Early level kind of sucks these days.
Always.
And they're actually doing things to improve the leveling experience, so it should be technically fun again when the new expansion arrives, Battle for Azeroth.
Yeah.
So I don't know, we'll see. And if I do happen to have the money to pay for a subscription fee or whatever, I'll definitely give it a shot. But
In a theater next to you.
why do you keep saying that shit?
I don't
It's
know.
not.
I'm just kind of bored.
It's not working, motherfucker. It is not working.
Nah, I'm not even trying.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, at least on my end of the front when it comes to like
MMOs.
games at this point. I think I do have a note, but let me see if there's anything else I need to talk about. If you hear the dogs, I do apologize.
No, it's okay.
Actually, where's my phone?
Right. Before we leave,
Wait, give me a
honorable
second.
mentions. God of War. After
Oh
God of
yeah, that
War,
piece of shit. I'm sorry, just kidding.
I will gut you.
Have you seen the trailers? Of course not, because you don't want to spoil yourself.
I did
Oh,
actually,
you son of a
but
bitch! You
I
broke your
skimmed it.
own
I
rule.
skimmed it, right? Because I was playing without volume, and I fast forward through it. So I don't even know what the hell was going on, but I know it's gonna be wonderful. Anyways, honorable mentions: Kingdom Come Deliverance coming out next week.
hmm
I love medieval times. I love RPGs. They put them all together. Kingdom Come Deliverance, getting it.
Oh yeah,
Red
yeah.
Dead Redemption this year, getting it. Kingdom Hearts 2, getting it.
Kingdom Hearts
Uh,
2.
3, sorry. Well, I actually said 2 as in TOO.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah, fuck you.
Right.
Fuck
It's not like you
you.
mistook it for a fucking number, but whatever.
Fuck you. What else?
Oh,
Days Gone looks kind of interesting.
uh,
I don't really care about the UFC 3 EA Sports.
Hmm.
Lost Sphere came out for the Switch. Not gonna say much about it. Just if you want to look at it, look at it. Looks like a really good game. I'll actually talk about that when I buy it.
All right. Oh, here's the topic I wanted to talk about.
Something tells me I don't wanna.
Do you know the
Do
way?
you know the way, my brother?
You have to have Ebola to know the way.
You must have Ebola to know the way.
You do
My
it better
name
than
is
I do.
Uguay.
Ebola.
Dude, did you see the Team 4 Star the way video?
That's not Team Four Star. That's somebody else.
I know, but you know what I mean.
It looks like a Team Four Star video. I
Dude,
mean, hell,
it's
the voice guy, the guy who did the
really,
voice for
really
Cell,
good.
holy shit, nice
Really
job. I forgot. Was it Devil Artemis or Artemis Devil? I don't know the exact channel. I'm
good.
sorry if we could probably put a link in the description. But
Yeah.
yeah, guys. But he did a 3-part series of videos, and it's just hilarious. Now I know, like, some people are saying, it's a dead meme. Fuck off. Shut up. We had enough of Ugandan knuckles. It's the January meme. Nobody gives a shit in February, but I don't know. It's still funny to me. I'm sorry. There's this sort of like, now here's the thing. I've seen a bunch of videos about like where supposedly the Ugandan Knuckles meme came from. Now it started with a few animators and shit like that, but at the same time there was like this one particular thing that sort of the idea sprung about.
All right.
Uh and it has to do with an actual movie made from Uganda. Now, this is a movie that was made by just a local in there in his village who, I don't know, he had like this wonderful dream of like wanting to make his own movie. He had no budget to make this movie. He had only $200 to make this film.
And that's not a budget? I mean, that's more than I have.
That's probably true.
Something fell from
No,
my
no, no,
desk.
but
I'm
but
sorry.
yeah, no mistake, no mistake. Over there it's impoverished. Over there is sort of bad. I
Yeah, I know.
really like. It's incredible the sort of terrible conditions you see over there. But you get this guy who just does this movie. The movie is called "Who Killed Captain Alex." I'm not
All
so
right.
sure if you heard of the
No, I
film.
haven't.
If anything, it's actually available on YouTube. It's like an hour movie. He uses a camera and he just records a movie that's like super crazy. It's supposed to be action packed. Has its own commentator. Now the funny thing is, like, the video commentator,
Hmm.
they call it the VJ or the video joker. It's so weird. It's like, imagine like doing a let's play, but it's like a let's movie. Now the thing is, it was done like that because unfortunately the guy who made the film like did the original cut and then did this particular cut
All
that
right.
is available, and there's no way of finding the original one anymore because he actually had to delete it from his computer. That he actually built himself, by the way. He actually built his own computer out of scraps, and he did all the editing. He did all the thing, but he had to delete the original film because he wanted to make more films, and he couldn't fit more than one movie in that computer.
Oh my God.
Like, that guy's hardcore in that sort of shit. But anyway, the film, objectively speaking, it is shit. Like, it is, like, objectively speaking, it's obviously terrible.
Of course.
But you gotta give the guy respect for accomplishing what he did. And it's not even like it's one of those bad movies that is good in a way. It's like a good bad movie. You enjoy the movie. It's like The Room,
I
but
was
like,
gonna say that.
although here's the thing: The Room had a pretty big budget. It's
I
just
did
more.
not hit her. I did not. I
You're
did
tearing me
not.
apart, Lisa. Anyway, but no, but you get impressed by the level of like enthusiasm and fun you see when they started filming the film.
Of course.
Like, these guys like knocked it out of the park. Like, that is just pure gold. Like, you see this movie, you're gonna have a good time, even though obviously the movie is not like up to any by
Standard.
any like really good standards. It is like, just a shitty movie,
Yeah.
but you got to appreciate it because it is enjoyably. It is
It's
what am I saying?
enjoyably
It is
bad.
enjoyable. It is very enjoyable.
Alright.
And you feel for the guys, and you got to give them respect. I love the movie. It is amazing. You got to get and watch. But anyway, the reason I brought up that particular movie is because that's sort of like where the the attitudes and maybe some of the lines or some of the way they portray the Ugandan knuckles,
so
that
some of
exaggerated
the way.
fashion. Yeah, they don't say you don't know the way, but like the accent, which is obviously it's a shitty accent where we're doing it, but over there it pretty much sounds similar. Uh, and yeah, that's the whole Uganda aspect of it.
Hmm.
That's where it kind of gets the inspiration. And yeah, is it a dead meme by now? I think it is. I'm not so sure.
It will
It'll
never
never
be
die
dead.
in our hearts. That's for damn sure.
That's true.
We will never forget the way. Also, actually, in one particular video of the whole Uganda Knuckles, there was like uh, there was a line that was like taken straight from one of the Black Panther trailers.
Really?
Yeah, where where it's like I was being there were a policeman tried to point a gun at me. He yelled at freeze, and then I told him I do not freeze. In Uganda, we do not freeze. The line we I do not freeze was from actually one of the Black Panther trailers. Yeah,
Why?
because it's stupid. It's so fucking
No, no,
stupid.
totally. Trust me.
It's so fucking stupid, but I can't help but laugh.
Oh my god.
I mean, I don't know if Ugandan Knuckles was like a good sign that's saying it's a good start for a year, or if it's a trashy start.
Mm,
Good sign, but I
little bit of
don't know.
both.
A little bit of both. We'll probably leave it at there because I don't know. I God, that meme's dead to a lot of people's hearts, but it'll live in our minds forever. It'll be stuck there.
Yeah.
That we would never forget the way. I guess we could end the podcast here. I got nothing else to talk about.
Me neither, man.
We ran out of material, folks. Fuck. But anyway, yeah, it was fun talking. Actually, brought up a lot of good shit.
Oh yeah, man.
Hopefully, if we get a lot of more news out there, we can bring in some more good shit. But anyway, that's it for today's segment.
Podcast
Today's
segment.
episode of of the Void Runner podcast. I'm Zachary Ox again,
And I'm Sodia, baby.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.